And there we go. We should be live now. So now I think we live. Hold on, let me do that. And let me go here. What are you doing with your tongue? Why are you licking your teeth like that? Good afternoon, everyone. I am here a little late. I'm on Papa duty. So this is going to be a short show. This is going to be a really short show. But I got the little baby with me today. Say hi. Look right there and say hi. You're not going to say hi? Okay, but don't say hi. You said you wanted to be on the camera. You just want to look at yourself in the monitor. Well, this is the little baby who wanted to be on camera today. But she don't want to say hi. You sure you don't want to say hi? You could just say hi. Just look right there. See the red light? Over here. No, over here. Over here. See that red light? Do you see it? You see that red light right there. And look at that red light and say, hi. You're not going to do it? Okay. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on. I'm sure there are, like you still got a war going on in the Ukraine. You got all kind of nonsense going on locally and around the world. I had an interesting weekend. I had to go and cut down a tree. I didn't have to, but my mother-in-law had a leaning tree on her property. She asked me to cut it down, so I did. Actually, Mrs. Livingston volunteered me to do some lumberjacking. Would that be being a lumberjack? If I just went and cut down, this was a small tree. If I just went and cut down a small little tree, that's not really being a lumberjack. But yeah, cut down a little tree. But then I walked her property, and she's got a lot of trees that have fallen. Some are still hung up by other trees and stuff like that. What'd you just drop? What? I heard it. What you? Oh, you dropped her shoe. Hold on. I think I can get her shoe.
A tiny shoe, but
yeah, it is a tiny shoe. There you go. All right. But yeah, I need to get up there and do some of that stuff. Get up there and do some of that stuff. But hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. And of course, Easter. I had to do the Easter. Yes, Easter. I had to do the Easter thing. What is so funny about Easter? What did you do for Easter?
get eggs.
You got eggs. You got a whole lot of eggs too. How many Easter egg hunts did you do? Like 3? And how much money did you get? A lot, yeah. But yeah, I said she's not little. She is. She's like 4. She's still a little baby to me. So yeah. Had to do the services. By the way, check it out. I'm gonna stream the church services. Maybe not every week. But most weeks. And if you don't want to watch it, you're not hurting my feelings by not watching it. And if you don't believe in it, then that's cool. Don't believe in it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to watch it. I'm just doing it because, it might help somebody. It might be somebody out there that need that. And, they don't know where to go. But then the church service pops up and they might get something from it. So yeah, I'm going to do the church services. It is, excuse me. It is tax day. And hey, Roger checking me out. Maria, good afternoon. I didn't do my regular good afternoons because I'm being distracted. I didn't do my regular good afternoons. Vincent, good afternoon. Anthony, see, now I got to go back up to the list to start. Jason, Michelle, Anthony, Robert, Scott, Yo, Greg, Tria. I think I said Michelle already. Paul, Valisa, Karen, Brenda, Paul. I'm saying Paul again. Who's this? Erica. I think I said Maria, Roger, Renita, Marquita, Candy D, Mary, Mike, Nikki, Daryl. Daryl says you got on a Buzz hoodie. You miss them, don't you? What you do, sleep into and cry yourself to sleep? No. What's on your face? That's a scratch. You scratched yourself.
No, it's a cut.
How'd you get it?
I didn't do that.
What?
I didn't do that. I think I fell.
You think you fell? Okay. You'll point it out to me. All right. I don't know. What are you doing with your tongue? I don't understand what you're doing. But yeah, I got on a Buzz hoodie. I own it. I'm allowed to wear a Buzz hoodie. I'm not against.
I'm trying to clean my teeth.
Huh? We just finished brushing your teeth. We just finished brushing them. Maybe you still got some of the toothpaste stuff on there. Is that what it is? No. J. Rose, Jeffrey, Andrea, Butler, David, Keisha, Ras, David. I'm sorry, I'm just going through the list. Did you see the photos from D. Wade and Gabrielle where they are taking family photo and got a picture of the son kissing a white boy who is possibly his boyfriend? I did not see that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm telling y'all, this stuff, it's an agenda. It's a legit agenda. Nobody want to see Minnie Mouse. It's a legit agenda. Nobody want to see all of this stuff. Nobody want to see all of this stuff. I don't want to see it. Oh, and my arm. I slept wrong. Like I slept on a few months ago. Well, probably about a year ago. I feel like it's been about a year ago. It's been more than a year ago because it was when I was first preparing to do my live stream. So it's been well over a year ago. I was standing on a chair, on a swivel chair, and it swiveled. And I fell and I caught myself on my wrist. I remember telling y'all about it and how my wrist was sore, but it healed. You know, it stopped being sore for a long time. And then the other night, I fell asleep with my wrist, like I fell asleep on my wrist, kind of, you know, just really weird. And when I woke up, oh my goodness, it hurt to move. It just like I could not have it on and be cool, because of course y'all saw me just put it on. So I cannot have it on and be cool, but I feel like I sprained it really bad. So I put that on to keep. What you doing? What you looking at? Oh, is that candy?
No.
Okay, no, it's not. She can't have no candy till later. But we're gonna talk about cocomelon. What is cocomelon? I don't know what cocomelon. I have to admit, I haven't really I haven't really been following the news since I picked up the little baby, who I believe she'll be finally, well, not finally, like finally, but I believe she'll finally be going home today at about 4:30. I think your daddy coming to get you at 4:30. No, your mommy not coming. Your mommy not coming to get you. Your daddy coming to get you at 4:30. Look, how do people never believe what I say? What did you just drop? Oh, I'm not going all the way over there and get that. So you have to get that later.
Why not?
You gonna put the rest of that stuff in your purse? She got her little purse that lights up. But did you put does it feel like somebody put me in a Kimura lock or a cross arm breaker? No, it just feel it just don't feel right. It's a little sore when I flex it and when I bend it. It's a little sore. Coco Melon is a kid's show. And folks in the chat be talking about the show being G-rated because your granddaughter is around. Oh, well, I'm not saying she can't read, because she can read. You can read, can't you? No, you can't read. Well, she says she can't read, even though she can. But she definitely ain't gonna be reading none of these comments. And hey, I talk how I talk. So she just have to live with it. It is what it is. Can the little baby name all the black folks behind her on the screen? She cannot, but we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. She's adorable. She has you wrapped around her little finger. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I like the little baby. I like you, don't I? I don't like you. I didn't whoop you. I didn't whoop you. That mean I like you, don't it? You wanted a whooping? All right then. So you got what you wanted. And I let you eat candy. How many pieces of candy did you eat yesterday? A lot. I let her eat like 7 pieces of candy yesterday. And then we had to brush them teeth right afterwards. All right. You bored being here now? You ready to go back upstairs with Mommy D? No? You want to stay here? Get that out your mouth. You the one needs to behave. I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, hold on. Let's see. What else? Grow your locks too. She doesn't have locks. She doesn't have locks. She just has little curly curls in her hair. It's not locks. And I did her hair, by the way, just a few minutes ago. So what is going on in the news? What exactly is going on in the news? Again, I told y'all I haven't been. So let me look up some stories. Dealing with her. We just got finished giving her a bath and brushing her teeth and getting her dressed and doing her hair. And I wasn't gonna come on. What you drop this stuff? You keep dropping stuff. Be careful. I don't want to knock you down. Oh. There we go. So yeah, I wasn't gonna come on. That's why I said this is gonna be really short. This is gonna be really short because I don't really have anything to discuss. But you know, y'all know how y'all are. Mass shootings everywhere. Yeah, there was another shooting. Where? I saw it, but I didn't really pay that much attention. She's giggly because she's nervous. She's giggly because she's nervous. You didn't do her hair. You can't part that straight. That part is not very much straight, but I didn't do that. She already was wearing kind of that hairstyle. What are you doing? She already was wearing kind of that hairstyle, but can you please interview Bootsy Collins? He was just voted best R&B singer of all time. Lewis, you just be making stuff up. You just make shit up. He was not voted by anyone best R&B singer of all time. Now let's see. You done put Icky Woods in the Hall of Fame. You put somebody else. I forget who it was, but somebody else somewhere. And now Bootsy Collins was voted best R&B singer of all time. Stop it. Stop it. You know who Bootsy Collins is? You don't know no Bootsy Collins songs? You know any songs? Huh? You know the Rainbow song? You know the Rainbow song. But yeah, no, Lewis just be making stuff up. Just be making stuff up. I was gonna do a Bootsy impression for you, but my Bootsy impression is not good. You wouldn't know who he is anyway. TC said he don't sing R&B. You just make something up. Oh, I know you know Baby Shark. Somebody said Baby Shark. You know Baby Shark. You know Baby Shark? Huh? Oh, now you're just not telling the truth. Now you're just not telling the truth. He was by Rolling Stone magazine. I can almost guarantee he was not by Rolling Stone. Hold on, let me look it up. Best R&B singer. Hold on, let me see. There's nothing on here about Bootsy Collins being voted best R&B singer. You just made that up. Why did you just make that up? I mean, why do you just make stuff up? You could just say, I like Bootsy Collins. That's fine. I like Bootsy Collins. I'll be like, all right, he like Bootsy Collins. Nothing wrong with that. What you doing? But you just be making stuff up. Oh, you dropped them again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Look.
What? Oh, I see. Why are you laughing like that? That's not even how you laugh. You are putting on a show. What to say? Little mini me on E-Man. Good afternoon. First Lady Phyllis. The people think you cute. You all right. You all right. Okay, you gonna look there and you're gonna say hi? Look at the red light. Do you see the red light? You do? Okay. At least now you're not pretending. You just can't stop looking at yourself in the monitor. E-Man, did you watch Lincoln Show's Cincinnati Issues when your brother was on there? I did not. I did not get a chance to see it. I didn't get a chance to check it out. Lincoln said he did a good job. Lincoln's show come on too early. I mean, I'm not getting up at no, what is it, 4:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning to watch some TV show. I got better things to do, like sleep. At about 4:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning. Now that time I know you dropped something.
My glasses.
You know, I'm too old to be doing all this bending. About 4:30 in the morning, I probably just about fell asleep. I fell asleep about an hour and a half ago. And I'm going to get up at 4:30 to watch.
I put the glasses on.
You did. You put them there. That's better than them falling on the floor. Yeah, Lewis, you just be making stuff up. That's terrible. That's not a good look. And then he'd be like, well, you could go to so-and-so and it'll be up on the website. And yeah, I'll pass. But I'm not anti-Lincoln's show. It's just too early for me. It's just too early for me. Lewis, now there you go. I watch Cheaters on Saturday. Like cartoon. What, you ready to get down? You ready to go? You ready to go back upstairs? But you're not doing nothing down here. You didn't even bring your family, did you? What's their names?
They're from Encanto.
Yeah, I know they're from Encanto. But what's the name of the family? It's the family what? Madrigal. I said it right. And what's their names?
Lisa, Emanuel, and Isabella.
What?
Lisa, Emanuel, and
Lisa?
No, Lisa.
Louisa.
And Isabella.
Isabella.
And Mirabelle.
And who?
Mirabelle.
Mirabelle. Okay. And what about Barney? And Charlie? And what was the other girl name? Kenesha? Yeah. They got a whole song. We don't talk about Kenesha. Yeah. What are you doing with your stop? That's nasty. Yeah. Don't they got a song? We don't talk about Kenesha.
No, Bruno.
Oh, Bruno.
And dear Peppa and Felix.
Oh, and Felix. All right.
And dear Peppa.
And who?
And dear Peppa.
Dear Pepper.
No, dear Peppa.
Who?
Peppa.
Pepper. What are you saying? Okay, I don't know what you're saying, but I will take your word for it. Let's see. The buzz got my ninja smoking out the window.
What?
He said the buzz got a ninja smoking out the window. And he wondering how they could do that to him. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant either. But that's a dude. He go by the name of Raz Freeman. I don't know if that's his real name. That's about the time I go to sleep on the weekends as well, Emanuel. I can't stop yawning. You are making her nervous. But she the one wanted to come on. I wanted her to go ahead and just stay upstairs with Mommy D. But she didn't want to stay upstairs with Mommy D. She came in and she saw the monitor and she saw herself on the monitor and she couldn't tear herself away. Get your finger out your mouth. That's nasty. So, how old is she? She is 4. I guess technically 4.5, right? And when is your birthday? December 5th. And how old will you be?
Mm.
How old will you be on your birthday?
5.
Okay. 5. What smoking out the window? I don't know what that means. Y'all be saying a lot of stuff. I don't know what it means. But again, really, I don't really have anything to talk about, and I don't want to just bore y'all sitting here messing with this little baby. But I definitely did want to come on and let y'all know that I didn't forget. Does she like Paw Patrol? Do you like Paw Patrol? Your bed is Paw Patrol. Your bed, your sheets, your covers, it's all Paw Patrol. How you gonna say you don't like Paw Patrol? She likes Paw Patrol. Yes, she does. You don't like it. But okay, I guess that's about it. I really don't have much to discuss. Don't leave. Let's talk about what we will talk about this week. What will we talk about this week? I need help. I saw your Tina. I saw your number, but I couldn't give you a call on Friday. But I will give you a call either later today when her dad comes and picks her up, or tomorrow. I will give you a call and I will talk about help you put together your podcast if I can. Anything I know, I'm willing to share with you. So I will help you put it together. We're gonna start a petition here on YouTube to get you canceled if you didn't show us the same love and attention you do them on Facebook. I just read comments. If y'all send comments, then I will read your comments. Believe it or not, I don't actually have this the way Restream works. I just see comments. Now I can kind of tell by that little symbol. If you look, it's a little red symbol, which lets me know that comment came from YouTube. But as far as my interface, hold on, and I'll kind of show you kind of the way that I see them as they come in. I just see comments. Yeah, I'll just sign it Z. And a thank you. That's all I see. So as comments come in, I see them come in, and I don't read every comment, but I try to get to the comments. But if you want to put a petition in to get me canceled off of YouTube, which is funny, I know it was just a joke, then that would be fine too. Oh, let me see. I missed something. What did Daryl say? Pharaoh said that live in 30 minutes. Huh? All of E just messing with you. I know. The YouTube commenters are a bunch of herbs and herbettes. So now y'all see what I see. So yeah, I just see comments pop up. I just see comments. But I don't necessarily leave that up there just because. Veronica says, hello, handsome king. Hello, Veronica. And thank you for your wonderful insight. Somebody said boring land over there. And somebody said YouTube ain't no better than Twitch. All right, little Nick, I see you. Y'all know y'all can call in. I got a number now for y'all to call in, even though I know there's nothing to call in about today. Nothing to call in about today. Oh, I do have to say, and I have to, because, I got on the Buzz shirt. I do still listen to the Buzz. I do still thoroughly enjoy the Lincoln Ware Show. And I heard Lincoln and I heard Raven, well, barely heard Raven, talking about the police, and if they chase you, they gonna hit you and beat you down and all that kind of stuff. But I've always had issues when because Lincoln says that, and he believes it and he supports it. And I've always had problems with it. He says it with so much pride that it bugs me. It bugs me. You can't just be cool with law enforcement not doing what they're supposed to do. And I saw a First Amendment audit by Long Island Audits that was done over in Florence, Kentucky. The police chief was fined. If y'all don't know what a First Amendment audit is, it's where people go out and they just record in public areas where they are allowed to record. They go out and they record. And the police chief was cool, but then the officer, whose name I can't remember, but initially he was okay, but then he turned out to not be good. Okay, hold on, I got a call coming in. Can we take a phone call? Yeah, all right. You didn't say nothing, so I'm just saying yes.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the Afternoon Experiment.
Hey, this is Brent from Dallas. How are you doing today?
Hey, how you doing, Brent?
I'm all right. Didn't know you had open lines today since you had a little baby there, but want to say hello, little baby. How are you doing?
She can't hear you. You just in my ear.
Oh man, we done messed with you. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I called in this week. Just got busy with actually working, but it's always good hearing you. And I just want to talk just briefly about the publicity stunt that our governor down here in Texas did, where he forced the state troopers to stop every single truck coming across the border, whether it was carrying produce or electronic parts or whatever, because he thought it was going to make Joe Biden look bad. And it turned up that everyone in the state who held office that dealt with commerce came out against them. And then he had to turn around and tuck tail saying, oh, well, we finally got an agreement with the governors in Mexico that they were going to stop drug smuggling and, trafficking, which of course isn't true. But it was just so hilarious how they just refused to admit that they were wrong and keep it moving. But he has to put on this persona because he got attacked hard from the right by Alan West and a couple other crazy. So he's trying to play that super staunch Republican, just hitting on, caravans of migrants and law and order. But of course, he doesn't want to follow the laws here in the state, let alone the country. But just want to hit you up real quick. Once we have, later on this week, we have additional topics that Philly chime in on. I will. And,
all right.
And also to the YouTube folks, just jokes. That's all it is, jokes.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Brent.
Yes.
I appreciate you. Was there something else you wanted to say?
Oh no, that's it. I'm about to eat my lunch.
All right, Brent. I appreciate you calling.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right. That was Brent. Thank you for the call. And you can call as well. Let me get Brent off of there. If you want to give me a call, 513-717-KING, 5464, 717-5464. Yeah, guess what? Open lines. That's what we're doing. We're doing open lines. MLW Reese, good afternoon. Karen Pieface Jones, good afternoon. Yeah, we can do open lines for a few minutes. Again, I was about to just go ahead and sign off because, again, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I didn't do any show prep. My only show prep has been this little baby. That's been my only show prep. So, yeah, if you want to give me a call, you can. If not, I understand because I haven't given you anything to talk about. Hold on, let me do a quick run through and see what I might come up with. Hold on. Okay, Colin Kaepernick saying he's willing to be a backup in the NFL. And that's good. That's good. Let me see. Would you have any more children? No, absolutely not. I would not have any more children. Oh, you dropped it again. You keep dropping it. That's not funny. I'm not laughing even a little bit. Now I'm old and I gotta bend down. So yeah. No, I would not have any more children at 51 years old. At 51 years old. No, I am terribly, terribly done having children. Colin was on Good Morning America. He has so much passion for the game. I kind of feel sorry for him. I'm telling you, there's no reason for him to not have a job as a backup. I was talking to my wife's cousin, and he was saying, he's done. He's done. He ain't played in 6 years. It's over. I say, if the man has stayed in shape, if the man has been throwing and, being prepared, why not give him a shot? And those 6 years, that's just 6 years less wear and tear on his body. That's all that is. Jay Rose says, what's wrong with having children at 51? Nothing wrong with it. Technically, it's just something I don't want to do. It's something I don't want to do. I'm good. Mrs. Livingston is good. And that's that. I'm good. Mrs. Livingston is good. Now, in all honesty, if Mrs. Livingston said, which she won't, but if she said, hey, if she had said when I met her, what, 11 years ago? If she had said, I want a baby, but she doesn't have any children, then, I'd have put one up in there. But she didn't say that. And so I'm cool. When she said no, and I knew that she was the one, I knew she was the one when I met her. And that's the truth. I knew it. I went home and I told my daughter, her mama, I said, I just met my wife. All I had was the digits. But I said, I just met my wife. Did you know that was what I said when I met Mommy Did? Yeah. I said, I just met my wife. And my daughter was like, whatever. And then I remember we was after the wedding. At the wedding, I guess after the wedding, we was out in the ocean on a canoe, me and my daughter, because we were in not Jamaica. We were in I can't believe it. I can't think of where we were, but I know where we were. I can't think of the little country, the Bahamas. We were in the Bahamas and we were out there paddling on the thing, because that's how you paddle. And she was like, Daddy, how did you know? I was like, I don't know. I just knew. She remembered, like, I remember that day you came home and you said that you met your wife, and I thought she was crazy. But if she would have said, I want a baby, I'd have put one up in there. When she said no, and I kept checking, like, are you sure? She was like, no. Yeah, it was the ocean. It borders the ocean. We were in a canoe, and, it's the ocean. We were in the ocean on a canoe. And because somebody's saying, in a canoe on the ocean? Yes. Yes. Just like if you go to some city on the East Coast, and you go out in the water, say South Carolina, maybe, I don't know, and you go out in the water, you know, you're in the ocean. That's what we were, in the ocean. She said, how did you know? And I just knew. You were in the bay. We were in the ocean. And but anyway, the point is, once we talked, and I was 100% sure that she did not want a baby, I was like, good, I'm going to get a vasectomy. You can get that taken care of. Okay, right? You sure you ain't gonna change your mind? Because I'm getting this vasectomy, and when I get this vasectomy, that's it. I'm not getting it reversed. We not unvasectomizing. Once we get it done, it is done. And she was like, okay, then go get it done. Went and got it done. So yeah, no, that was the last ditch effort in terms of me having another baby. You wouldn't want me to have a baby, would you? No? Me and Mommy D have a baby, and then that'd be your uncle or your aunt, but you would be older than they would. What are you doing? Why are you doing that with your tongue? Why are you doing that? That's kind of weird. I don't know why you're doing it. But yeah, no, I got that taken care of. That was that. Why are you doing that? That's not adult talk. She don't know what none of that stuff mean. And even if she did, it's all regular stuff. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Brent Beard, he strikes me as the guy who would say, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk by again? I did not say that. No, I don't have lines. Number one, I think lines are corny. And I just don't believe in them. And, you know, I'm not that clever. I just say whatever I'm thinking. Like, hey, you are an attractive woman, and I would love to get opportunity to know you better. See if the inside kind of match the outside. That sounds like something I might say. Yeah. Like, you are really pretty. I would love to see if I'd like to get a chance to get to know you. That sounds like something I might say. But no, I ain't got no line. Do you believe in love at first sight? If not, let me walk by again. Hey, come on. What ocean? I believe that would be the Atlantic Ocean. I've never been really good at geography, but I believe those islands are out in the Atlantic Ocean. And so if you are on one of those islands and you go out into the water, you are in the Atlantic Ocean. Are you a bank loan? Because you got my interest. That is corny. That is so corny. You must be tired because you've been running through my mind all day. Yeah, those stuff like that is corny. I don't believe in corny. I mean, I might be corny just myself, but I'm not going to take nobody else's corny and adopt it. Teaching folks pickup lines. I just say whatever I think, whatever I feel. That's what I say. And I don't remember the stuff that I say. I just say what like. If you ask me, what did I say when I met her? honestly, I remember thinking she was a younger girl. I thought she might have been in like her early 30s, late 20s. So I was kind of like, how old was I? It was like 11 years ago. That would have made me like, what, 40? It's like, I ain't trying to get with no chick that's in her late 20s, early 30s, but she looked good. And so really all I was going to do, if I remember, all I was going to do was just kind of get her attention and let her know that I thought she was attractive and move on. Because I believe in, there's nothing wrong with, I mean, even now, if I felt like it, there's nothing wrong with telling a woman you're attractive. And then you go about your business. Now, what happens is you tell a woman she's attractive, she think you're trying to holler. So that becomes the issue. But there's nothing wrong with seeing an attractive woman and acknowledging her attractiveness. Nothing. So I think that's what I was going to do. But then I did ask her how old she was. And when she said, what if I was 40 and she was like 35? I was like, oh, she in that range. And I was like, oh my goodness. I thought, well, hey, in that case, I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. In that case, I would love to get your number and, maybe take you out. Something like that, whatever it was that I said. And when she gave me the number, I was like, all right, I'm in. What it do, Shouty, always cracks me up. Hey, I'm telling you, I've seen that work. Samuel says he does that all the time. I'm assuming you mean just let an attractive woman know that she's attractive. There's nothing wrong with that. But no, having no baby at 51, again, ain't nothing wrong with it per se. But it's not anything that I would do. She won't stand up. She can't stand up on her own. Maybe if you put her shoes on. She got some big feet. You ever notice how big her feet is? She got them monster feet like you. You don't have monster feet. You got little tiny feet. She got big feet. So you didn't follow the most honorable Elijah Muhammad rule. Have your age plus 7. No. You started singing like you was Charlie Wilson. I did not. Now, I did sing on our date, but I wasn't really meaning to be singing out loud. I don't know that I was singing. I might have been humming a R. Kelly song. It's the truth. And it was her fault. And then she noticed it and she asked me about it. And I was like, it's just been in my head. But it was her fault. She put the song in my head. I started humming Feeling on Your Booty. But because she had on a skirt. I guess it's a skirt, even though it was a long skirt, kind of like almost down to her ankles, I think. Now about mid calves. It was a kind of a tighter, like one of them like wrap around things. I ain't no fashion dude. It's one of them like wrap around deals, and she had that on, and it's a song, yo, Underwood. It's a song. She know music, and she looked good. No, for real. It was this seeing it and seeing that made me think about that song. And I started humming it. And when she mentioned it, like, are you over there singing Feeling on Your Booty? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's been in my head and I can't get it out of my head. But it was her fault. I blame her. And we were shooting pool. That's what we were doing. We were shooting pool and she was bending over for a shot. And I noticed and I was like, oh. So, but anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. But yeah, no babies at 51, no lines. I don't do lines. And yeah, I guess that's that. It's a song. It's a song. It's a song. Look, I talk. This the way I talk with the little baby in front of me or without the little baby in front of me. I just say what I say. Right? I am never going to be one of them people. But this is kind of what me and Janice was kind of arguing about, and I was 100% right, and she was partially right. What's this point in like making this stuff some sort of a great mystery and all that kind of stuff? Come on, just be you. And then if she got questions, I got answers. If she got questions, I got answers. Ain't that right? Just shake your head, yeah. Shake your head, yeah. You ain't gonna shake your head, yeah. You gonna play me? You gonna leave me hanging with the head shake? You ain't gonna even shake your head, yeah. Here, let me help you. See? So what example are you setting for little baby if she goes upstairs and say feeling on your booty? Then we'll play the song. And well, I'm not playing it only because R. Kelly here gets them. I think I still got the CD. So I could play the CD and say, this is the song. But she ain't paying very much attention to what I'm saying. She playing with Minnie Mouse. Y'all hypersensitive about it. She don't care. You bored now, ain't you? You bored, ain't you? You wish you had the family madrigal or whatever here, don't you? Okay, hold on. Let me see. I might be able to help you out. I get in trouble by Disney because of this. Let's see. What if we put up her? What's her name?
No.
No, you don't want to put her up?
Mm-mm.
Who you want to put up?
Isabella.
Oh.
I want to put up Isabella.
Isabella. I don't know who Isabella is.
But who makes flowers?
Isabella make flowers?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find Isabella. That's Isabella?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Now, let me see if I can find that. See if I can find her and put her up. I can't find no good images of her. Is this her right here?
I think so.
That's her?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Put up Isabella. See, I can't find a picture of her. I can't find a picture of Isabella.
I want to do Louisa.
You want to do Louisa? Who is Louisa?
She's strong.
Oh, she's the strong one. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can find Isabella, though, real quick. I might be able to find Isabella. Maybe if I search right. I can't hardly see. See, that's going to end up not a great picture. But let's try it. Nope, that's not going to come up.
I want to do Louisa.
You want to do Louisa? I can't find these pictures. They won't come up, little baby.
I want to do Louisa.
All right, I'm going to look one more time. I'm going to look for Louisa. How you spell Louisa? You don't know? You don't know how to spell it? You just know it's there. Hold on, let me see. Which picture you like? This one?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find, if I can pull that picture. Nope, it's not coming up. It's not going to show.
Tell me about.
Well, ain't none of them going to show if I can't find the right ones. So I got to look. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me find the right one. Yeah, that one will play. How about it? See, there we go. Now let's take this. We got to minimize here. You don't understand what I'm saying, but trust me, something we got to do. No, that won't work that way. Hold on, I got to open it. Open it with, what am I opening it with? Preview, maybe? No. Hold on. I have to figure out how to open it. You little baby, you don't know how to open it?
Mm-mm.
You're supposed to know this stuff. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. I got to figure out how to get this on here. They say she paying attention. She paying attention now because she want to see this stuff. Open it with what? Preview, maybe? See, it's all pixelated. I don't like that. I mean, I can put it there. But it's all pixelated. See? I don't like that. You like that? Yeah, I don't like that either. So we're going to take that one down. We got to find another one. Let's try this one. Hold on. I kind of don't like that one. You like that one? Huh? See, you even looking at the wrong screen. You like that one? All right, so we'll leave that one up. So there you go. Now we're going to get banned by Facebook because they're going to say you put up copyright images. It's not the Apple that I'm having the issue with. It's just the way that the images are. It's just the way that the images are. Okay, is that enough, Louisa? I mean, what's her name?
Isabella.
That's enough for her? We seen enough, Isabella? I'm not trying to get I'm just not trying to get banned for that. They be snatching my stuff down. They be snatching my stuff down. All right, y'all. Again, I don't have much of anything to say. But it's cool. We just here for the little baby. Why you got that in your mouth? Get out your mouth. Get out your mouth. That's nasty. You know, he ain't sanitized out of nothing. You don't know where that daggone thing went. All right, y'all. Well, again, I don't have a whole lot to say. I really don't. I got to get ready to get out of here. Is little baby bilingual? No, she is. Well, I don't know. I think she might be. You know how to speak some Spanish? Yes, you do. Count the 5 in Spanish. See, now you're just acting up because you did it yesterday and you thought I wasn't paying no attention. But when you was counting all them quarters, I was paying attention. You was counting them in Spanish. I don't know any of the characters either. I don't know the characters. I think she be giving me fake names. Every time I look at Charlie and she be like, that's Bruno. I'd be like, that's Charlie. You ain't fooling nobody. Hated Charlie. Oh, hold on. I got a call coming in. Let me take the call. You're on the afternoon experiment.
This is a disgruntled YouTuber.
All right, Jason.
I'm gonna start off with Colin Kaepernick. He was a clown. He didn't want to play. He don't want to play, and he wouldn't take a backup position if they offered it to him tomorrow.
He just said he would. Why would you assume that he wouldn't?
Because he turned him down in the past. He was too good for that. So why is he still not too good for that? If I'm a starter quarterback 5 years ago and you ain't played, and like you said, you ain't nowhere there, I'm a starting quarterback today. So he's just playing the game.
What backup?
Like the game he playing.
Hold on. What backup position did he turn down?
I wasn't there. All I know is just different places he went, and like after he came out of there, they was just like, no. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, and I was horrified that he might be on our team, not because of anything he did or none of the protests, but just because he was washed up back then. I would say his whole issue is he was on the San Francisco 49ers, and that's a team of athletes. Jimmy Garoppolo went out there and looked decent until they exposed him in the playoffs because he didn't throw a touchdown pass for like the majority of the playoffs. He just rode the coattails. Colin Kaepernick is better than Garoppolo, but not that much better that he could go to somebody else's team and start and be a winner.
Is Garoppolo, hold on, and I'm not watching, so is Garoppolo still in the league?
After this year, I would think not. I don't know who would pick him up.
No. Was he this year, like this past season?
Yeah, he was with the Niners, and they basically at the end of the season, like you could tell he was out the door.
But he was in the league.
Yeah.
And you said
back up Tom Brady, if I'm remembering correct.
But you just said that Colin Kaepernick is better than him, and he's in the league, and Colin Kaepernick is not. What's wrong with that?
I can't help that he wouldn't take a backup spot or any spot when he was offered it.
But that's
I'll say this.
Who offered it to him? That's what I'm asking.
I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just going off on what basically like ESPN, and maybe they in on the black ball too. But he went to Denver. He was supposed to get something. Then he left. He went to Baltimore, and what happened in Baltimore, I remember, his girlfriend started running off at her mouth about Ray Lewis, and out the door they went. Hold
on. Tell me this. And you might know this. I don't. When teams are evaluating a player, you believe, make their decision based on whether or not that player's girlfriend said something in the media that they didn't, or on Twitter or whatever that they didn't like. You think that's the way that they're making decisions on who their quarterback is going to be?
No, but at the time, you got to remember he was a so-called child. I'm doing the quotes, you can't see me. A so-called like troublemaker and all that. Like he's a distraction is basically what they were trying to say.
But let me hold on. Can I pose this to you?
Hardballs like it.
But
can
I pose this to you as something that might be an option? Maybe what they did, Jason, was they used what his girlfriend said as an excuse to not sign him because they didn't want to sign him anyway. Is that possible?
It is. And if that's the case, you should have kept her mouth shut. You always keep your mouth shut till you get the money.
And you blame her for them not wanting to sign him. They wasn't going to sign him anyway if something his girlfriend posted on a social media page kept them from signing him. They wasn't going to sign him anyway. Trust me, trust me, if I go to 700 WLW or if I go to 55 WKRC and they are legitimately...
Really that bad. I've never listened. Everybody always
those are two radio stations. But trust me, if I go there and they're seriously considering hiring me, like this dude is good, he's what we need, or we can make him work or whatever, and then Mrs. Livingston posts something on her Twitter page, that's not going to stop them from hiring me. It's not.
I mean, if it's detrimental and you're going to be an issue to the organization, he knew where he was at. Like, you can't talk about Ray Lewis in Baltimore, just like you can't come to Cincinnati. You barely can talk about Pete Rose, and Pete Rose agreed to what he's dealing with. So
no, he didn't talk about Ray Lewis. His girlfriend may have said something on a social media page. They wasn't gonna sign him anyway.
I mean, that might be true, but don't give him the reason.
He didn't give him a reason.
She gave him a reason. They're attached.
Again, you know that don't make no sense. You know that don't make no sense. So let me get, if his second cousin on his mama's side had posted something they didn't like, then they would have said, well, your second cousin on your mama's side said so-and-so, so we can't hire you. That's just an excuse, Jason.
Okay, it's an excuse and it don't make no sense, but you know you skating on the Raiders' end. Why give him a reason? Up until that point, like, he was, like, they were, the Hardballs loved the guy. I don't know when they became buddies, but both of the Hardball brothers like Kaepernick. So if they come from higher up, they say, hey, we see this chick online talking reckless. We was going to give him a chance, but now got to go. And as you know, the NFL is owned by old white dudes who don't take too kindly to anything pro, not old white dudes. So again,
that's just they were gonna find an excuse. That's just the one that they used. They were gonna find one. Trust me.
I can agree. But he's not backup caliber now anyway. Him and Cam Newton should go do a podcast.
All right. I don't agree with you, but
don't kick me off. Before I go,
all right.
You said that you can there's nothing wrong with just walking up to a lady and telling her how beautiful she is.
Right.
I agree with you as long as you aren't in the tri-state area, especially inside or within 50 miles of the 275 loop. The attitudes out here are absurd.
It
doesn't matter how you come at them. They just it's terrible out here, E-Man. As a single dude, I'm telling you, it's horrible.
Well, now let me say, I believe that because as a not single man, I don't do it anymore because you get to a point where everybody think you want to holler, and then sometimes they want to have an attitude, and sometimes it's just like, can't like, forget it. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you look. I don't have nothing to say to you. So I feel bad for the single dudes because I know it's difficult out there. Even though I know a lot of times we talk about how hard it is on single women, and it is. But a lot of times y'all women don't know how hard y'all make it on single men.
Yes, they do. They enjoy it. But thanks for taking my call.
But quick question before you go. How old of a man are you?
38.
You 38, and you having a hard time finding a woman.
It's hard out here. Like I'm telling you, like you gotta claw past their attitude. And like at my age now, like I don't even care to attempt it. Like as soon as I see the attitude, the eye roll, any of that, on to the next.
So what you gonna do, bro? I want to say you running out of time, but you a man, so you got a lot more time.
Running out of time. You said it. We are 100% agreement on that. I feel like I'm running out of time too. I feel like I need to move away from here. Like every time I go out of town, like it's just like a 180 from what's here. And I'm the same dude here or there, so I don't want to pass it off, but it can't be me.
So you saying you get play everywhere else you go except for here?
Yeah, maybe my game just ain't what it is in Cincinnati. Since they behind the times, my game must be too futuristic. You know, they say we 20 years behind, so maybe that's it.
Now, hold on. Are you a catch?
I mean, what do you mean? Like, are you saying, am I a good dude or a bum? I'm definitely not a bum.
No, I'm saying, are you a good dude? Like, you know, you don't live with your mama and them. You know what I'm saying? You make a decent amount of money. You know.
You at what?
Mildly.
I didn't hear the last part.
I said you make a decent amount of money. Maybe you mildly physically attractive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you a good catch?
I'm a president. Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, don't give up.
Like, I'll be honest with you, the whole respect thing is out the door now. Like, and it's just here. Like, I don't know what's in the water, but like the ladies here, it's like you gotta knock down 3 brick walls before you can even get through to have a halfway decent conversation, only to find out she doesn't have any conversation.
Oh.
But that's just me. I ain't gonna harp on your show. We ain't gonna make it the single dudes in Cincinnati show. Not today. You have about 5 callers lined up for you.
All right, Jason. Hey, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, yep.
All right. That was Jason. He say it's hard out here for a pimp. I mean, for a good young black man. B-Rab say, I'm 38, single, and dealing with 4 different women. B-Rab, you part of the problem, maybe. Maybe you part of the problem. Somebody want to know who is this? That's Jason from YouTube. B-Rab says he has no game. It's you. Somebody else said he might be fat and broke. I don't know what he look like. I don't know what he look at. I mean, what he look like. TC say 38, no woman. Let me shut up before I be over there on YouTube. Out of town tricking. Bring her back home. So when he out of town pulling all these chicks, then he should just bring somebody back home. There are twice as many women out there than men. All right. This dude sound 58. He say he not. He say he not. He say he 38. I have a friend looking, Emanuel. Okay. That's a great question. Thanks for asking. If you say, I mean, when someone asks, are you a catch? That means you're not. No, it don't. No, it don't. Sometimes you just have to do, it take a minute to do honest assessment. You know, am I a good catch? I mean, it all depends on your definition of a good catch. So he needed to know. He needed to know. He sound old as heck. So he might meet your criteria, Mary. he might. I should have asked him, was he willing to date an older woman? Everyone considers themselves a good catch. That's not necessarily true. Not if you're doing an honest assessment and you're looking at it. There's some truth to it. Let me say that. But if you do an honest assessment of yourself, looking at what you're looking for, and you say, based on what you looking at? Well, with somebody over there. And you say, based on what I'm looking for, at least in my mind, this is the type of guy that person wants. Am I that type of guy? If you're honest with yourself, you can really do a serious, honest assessment, and you can say, no, I'm probably not what they're looking for. Well, what are they looking for? And then how do I become that they're looking for? What I want. How do I become the kind of guy that can attract the kind of woman that I want? And if you do an honest assessment, which I think some people are very much willing to do, you might look at yourself and say, yeah, no, I'm not a good catch. So that's true. It can happen. It happens. Let me see. Men in Cincinnati. See, some say men in Cincinnati. Men in Cincinnati are generally less educated than women and be making less money than the woman. And what's your point? Don't nobody want him. I don't know if that's true. Tony prefers older women, and he's 49. Tony Mary is looking for a man who does not have ED issues. I think that's her main. I think that's her main thing that she's looking for. She's insatiable. She looking at you talking loud. You bored yet? You ready to go upstairs and play with the family madrigal or whatever their name is? Or you want to stay here? You go upstairs? All right. Hold on. Let me help you down. Ugh. 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 You want this? Hold on. Let me give you your stuff. Got to give her stuff. No, stay there. You was good over there. You was good over there. There's your purse. There's your thing. There's your glasses. All right, I'll see you later. Don't knock nothing down on your way out. And I will be up there shortly. All right. All right, Mary. One show only. I won't repeat it anymore. All right. Let me see. You're doing a great job of selling your wrist injury. Now I just need it slightly immobilized. Like I can still do stuff with it. I can chop wood and all that kind of stuff with it. It just when I flex it, it hurts. But I can still lift and work and everything. It just hurts. It just hurts. I gave the whole story about the brace. Somebody asking what happened to my hand. I slept wrong. I slept with my hand really bent, and I think I was leaning on it all night. And I woke up like this. I'm covering up the mic. I woke up like this, and I had slept on it like that all night. Don't ask me how I got in that position. And I stayed there all night. So my wrist is really sore. So that's it. That's what happened to the wrist. Nothing more. I do think it is probably very difficult out here for for men. Somebody just sent me something about LeBron James. Jamal, I'll check that out later. But it is probably very difficult out here for men because women, y'all don't know it. Y'all don't know it, but a lot of times y'all do have nasty attitudes. Y'all do have nasty attitudes. And, you know, as a man, if I'm a single dude and I'm out here and you got a nasty attitude, I'm not putting up with your nasty attitude. Well, I got to put up with your nasty attitude. Come on, there's plenty of single women out here that ain't gonna have a nasty attitude. So, I mean, it's kind of the law of supply and demand. There's an abundance of what I want, and there's a shortage of what you want. I don't have to put up with nonsense because I can leave you and find somebody just as good, if not better than you, right around the corner. So it would seem like women would at least want to act like they got a good attitude. And y'all talking about it's hard out here for women too. Here's what I always say this. Here's what comments like that frustrate me. What was the day where we learned about Mary's thing and we were talking about how difficult it is out here for women? Did almost a whole show on how difficult it is for women in the dating scene in 2022. And not a single man that entire show that I can recall sent in a text, a message, called in, anything to say, well, it's hard out here for men too. We just talked about the fact that it's hard. To me, that's you trying to deflect. And women, y'all always do that. When we talk about women's shortcomings, y'all never really want to talk about women's shortcomings. Y'all want to talk about the fact that y'all not the only ones with shortcomings. Men, let's talk about men's shortcomings. If I switched right now and said, no, we're going to talk about men's shortcomings, men would be on here and men would say, well, yes, there ain't enough good brothers. Brothers don't do this and brothers don't do that and brothers need to do this and brothers need to do that. Men would get into the conversation to try to help, young, single, whatever other thing that they can think of, brothers kind of bring their game up to where it should be. And that would be the entire conversation. And any man who would send a message in saying, well, men ain't the only one with issues. Yeah, but that's what we're talking about right now is men having issues. That's what we're talking about. But, oh, no, you say, women might have some nasty attitudes. It's hard out here for a single man. Is it hard out for women too? Don't forget about what? Oh. No deflection. You're just making it sound like men are the only ones who have a hard time dating. Because that's what we're talking about is men having a hard time dating. Jason was a man who said he's having a hard time dating. So that's what we began to talk about. Now, I didn't see men again on here talking about, well, you're making it sound like women only want to have a hard time. It is deflection. It is. Yes, it's a lot of men that are down low and they need to get honest and really don't want a woman. See, that's what I'm talking about. Check this out. Women, some of y'all got some attitude issues and y'all don't make yourselves really dateable. And the response is, well, it's not just women and men, just some down low men. What about the fact that y'all don't make yourselves dateable? What about that? What about the fact that some of y'all have bad attitudes? What about that? Let me see. What else? What else can we say about men? What else can the ladies say about men so as to not have to talk about the fact that a lot of them are undateable? Like Mary, I don't want to pick on Mary, but Mary says she has problems finding a good man, so on and so forth. Okay, I can believe that. But Mary, are you dateable? Are you dateable? Do you have a nasty attitude? Are you approachable? Because again, I know we go through this, but that's number one. Are you approachable? Do you always look like you in a bad mood? Do you always carry yourself like, you're ready to fight somebody? If a dude approach you in the most respectful way, you eyes rolling, you know what I'm saying, trying to be little, like, are you dateable? Are you dateable? Raven, which, by the way, before I even read your comment, I saw you on the Wiz doing that. Congratulations. I didn't get a chance to actually listen to you, but I saw that you were on there and, doing that. And hey, that might be the best move. If they don't want to move on the one side, it might be the best move to move on the other side. And then you can parlay that. Probably there's a lot more options. There's a lot more options for a DJ in music radio than there are for a young woman in talk radio. Not that I'm saying give up on the young black woman in talk radio piece, but there are a lot more options. So what's that stuff they be saying when he close a door, he open up a window, or when he close a window, he open the door, or if he closed the door and the window, then he punch a hole in the house, and all of that good stuff. Sometimes you got to make the best move for you. All right, but Raven wants to know what entails a bad attitude. Like, what specifically is off-putting to men? If you approach a woman as a single man, what about her would turn you off attitude-wise? And again, I say, even before we get to the approach, are you approachable? Are you approachable? And then, in terms of what's a bad attitude, like, women, y'all really don't know what a bad, you know what? Let me take that question back. Because I believe there are a lot of women running around with really bad attitudes that have no idea that their attitude is a bad attitude. They believe I'm a boss, and that's the attitude you got to have. I'm the this and I'm the that, and that's the attitude you got to have. So I really believe that a lot of them don't know that they have bad attitudes, which when we look at it, we would think, how could you not know that that's a bad attitude? Tony says he's dateable, and Mary, he believes that she is, and he want to connect. All right. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Tony, shoot your shot. I hope I'm not messing up your shot by encouraging you shooting your shot. But Mary, Tony says that he is dateable, and he believes you are dateable. And he think that maybe y'all can connect. I'd be willing to help y'all connect. Like, Tony, if you call in, Mary, maybe you call in, and maybe y'all can connect. It's undateable men out here having babies with undateable women. I think she meant rinse and repeat. All right. Here we go. We trying to flip it to talk about men, but we not doing that. See, this is what I'm talking about. We talking about, Raven asked a simple question, and she kind of asked it of the men. What you say a bad attitude, I'm paraphrasing. What is a bad attitude? What makes something a bad attitude? Now, for me, I say go back and first be approachable. But then once you're approachable, what makes a bad attitude? And instead of addressing women and bad attitudes, let's talk about men. Men and their pridefulness. Come on, Renita. Come on, Renita. When one door closes, another one opens. When life gives you lemons, squeeze it back in life's eye. That's a good one. Some men lack personality. All right, great, Tony. They done flipped you. Tony is probably dateable because Tony fall for all y'all tricks. The online dating experiment. Raven says, I could guess, but I'd rather hear it from a man. All right. Let's see. Who is this? Mary, you sound like how European America portray black women as angry black women. At 56 years old, man told me that he was very attracted to me, but he was afraid. A big turnoff, scary man, telling me that he is afraid. I deserve a king. Won't sell out for chump, simp, dimp, or pimp. All right. They done flipped it on y'all. Just so y'all know, y'all will never get to have an honest conversation with women about women with bad attitudes because they gonna flip it. That's what's happening, and some of the men are falling for it. B-Rab says, I don't deal with low-level women. I'm single, so I'm dating around, and I tell the women I'm dealing with what it is. All right. Lewis says, so you just gonna overlook my comment. Apparently I did overlook it. I didn't see it. Send it again. D says, you attract what you put out. I don't know that that's always true. Do I get a finder fee? I don't even know what a finder fee would be like in that situation. That don't sound all that good. Men lie about money, size, employment, you name it. All right. So that explains why women have attitudes, I guess. I guess that's what they're saying. Maybe Mary and Tony can sit down and rap a taste. That would be good. I think that would be good. We as men have to take control of situations, and just because it's a few women with bad attitudes, don't make the majority. I don't know that I said the majority. I don't know that anybody said the majority. There are a lot. I don't know that anybody said the majority, because that would be, again, 50% plus one. And I don't know that anybody can make that, I haven't approached 50% of women plus one to say it's the majority. Purple Pro says Raven is very negative. I don't agree. I don't think she just asked a question. Define bad attitude. An attitude that's not good. An attitude that's not, how do I define it? See, I'm so far removed from it now. Thank God. That is hard to define. But I remember dealing with women with bad attitudes who was always looking for a fight, who were, again, mainly unapproachable. But that's more of a posture that you might have the best attitude in the world, but you just haven't learned how to express it on your face or with your body language. But bad attitude, always looking for problems, always looking for the worst in a situation. Just trying to think of it like right now. B-Rab says, let's talk about the men. B-Rab, we did that the other day. You, B-Rab, are you a man? Just curious. I don't know, but just curious. If B-Rab is a man, he's probably the perfect man for some of y'all women who want a man who is gonna fall for all y'all tricks. Because he has fallen for this trick like completely 100%. He don't like women. Some women have bad attitudes, and they, well, what about men? But you're right, men have bad attitudes, and we need to, men ain't this, and we need to talk about the problems with men. That's what we need to do. So then you never have to deal with your issue in an argument with B-Rab. You would, my guess is, always be able to flip it. You would always be able to flip it. B-Rab would be like, you didn't come home till 6 o'clock in the morning. What was you doing out there? Well, what were you doing awake knowing that I wasn't home till 6 o'clock in the morning? You're right. I shouldn't have been awake. That must mean I don't trust you. That's right. You don't trust me. And if you don't trust me, then you're right. I'm sorry that you was out till 6 o'clock in the morning. I apologize for making you stay out till 6 o'clock in the morning, baby. If you want to stay out till 6 o'clock in the morning from now on, that's fine with me. B-Rab gonna fall for it. Y'all better scoop B-Rab up. Y'all better scoop him up. He gonna be that. Y'all remember that? I might be the only one who remember this song. That song, Special Kind of Fool by Basic Black. B-Rab is a special kind of fool. At least that's what I'm getting from it. That's what I'm getting from it. Why would you ask me if I'm a man? Because I don't know. Again, I just see, and that picture is so small, and that might not be you. That might be a picture of, your woman. It might be a picture of your brother, somebody who passed, somebody who you loved back in the day. So I don't know if you're a man. I was assuming at first that you was a man, but then you start saying stuff that didn't sound manly. So I figured I would ask. And then, if you a man, you'd say, no, yeah, I'm a man. And I'd be like, okay. So that's why I said, if he's a man, women, y'all better snatch B-Rab up. Y'all better snatch B-Rab up. B-Rab say I'm wrong. I'll just tell you, they done flipped it on you, B-Rab. They completely flipped it on you. And you fell for it. TC say stay out to 6. You might as well stay out there, period. I wish man would waltz his ass up in here at 6 in the morning. Especially if that's not your work hours. I'm just saying some people you can flip it on. Some people you can flip it on. And I just based on this conversation. B-Rab said, I just know how to communicate with women and not be so angry about the things men lack. It's not about being angry about the things men lack. When we talk about the things men lack, which again we do. Oh, that's right, B-Rab, we did talk. That's right. Well, my bad. I didn't remember. My bad. B-Rab is definitely a man. Or at least B-Rab sounded like a man when we don't know. B-Rab is definitely a man. I'm just teasing with you, B-Rab. I'm just teasing with you. B-Rab is definitely a man. Definitely a man. But when we talk about the things, men's shortcomings, we never, ever get men talking about, well, what about women's shortcomings? And women don't typically come in. What about women's shortcomings? We talk about men's shortcomings, which there's a long list, and we can talk about them. But oh man, you bring anything up about women. Well, what about the men? You acting like it's only women. What about men? We talking about y'all. That's exactly what they flipped on you, B-Rab, and you fell for it. So what is having a bad attitude? Fellas, men, at least one woman is asking. At least one woman is asking, what do you mean? Define what a bad attitude is. Define what a bad attitude is. And I think it's hard. It's hard to define it. You just have to. It's hard to define it. But I don't understand how you could not know. I don't understand how you could not know what a bad attitude is. If you have a whole community of men on YouTube complaining about women, that's a problem. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Maybe there's a B-Rab. Is it your contention? Let me talk to B-Rab for a second. Is it your contention that women have no problems? Nothing that women do, have ever done, tend to do is a problem. Women out here flawless. Is that your contention? Now, if not, then why can't people talk about whatever the issues are that they have with women without it being a problem? Just like men can improve, why can't women improve? Keep making excuses why these dudes can't get girls. We're not talking about why these dudes can't get girls. I asked you a simple question. Are you saying, B-Rab, women have no issues, flawless, don't make mistakes or bad decisions intentionally? Are you saying that does not happen? Women are flawless. And he won't even answer that question, which is weird to me. It's weird to me that he won't even answer. And I wonder with stuff like that, and I don't mean this as an insult to anybody, but were you raised by a single mom? Because a lot of times when I hear men with that kind of mindset, they were raised by single women. And if they saw their parent, their single mom doing stuff, it was excused because it was their mama. And so ain't nothing wrong with it. Miss Mundy wrote a very long post here, and I can't read it all because I won't even be able to see it all on the screen. But let me start it. A lot of women have a very hard time being introspective enough to understand their shortcomings because they're used to always being in fight or flight mode. It's easy to not do internal reflection when you're dealing with man after man. I'm going to assume that she was going to say, but that's a great point. B-Rab says women have issues, so do men. But I'm back working. I'll just listen. And again, okay, now he says women are not flawless. So if women are not flawless, why can't we talk about and help them identify their flaws and fix them? I think that's the conversation maybe that need to be had. Maybe not right now, even though we are kind of having it right now, but maybe not right now. But if we can acknowledge, if y'all can acknowledge that y'all not flawless, that you have flaws, then maybe you can begin to identify what they are and work on them. But if you always, anytime anybody talk about the fact that there are women with flaws, well, what about men? That's you refusing to deal with the fact that you have flaws. So you won't even identify them. And you definitely can't work on them if you won't identify what they are. If you won't even acknowledge that they exist. You can't identify them. And if you won't identify them, you definitely ain't gonna work on them. If you ain't gonna work on them, you're not gonna improve. I think, here we go again. I think women are more willing to admit their flaws than men are. We're not talking about men. We're not talking about men. We're talking about women. Of course, we have flaws. Never claim to be perfect. So what are some of the flaws that you've seen in women? Since you, Angela, say, of course we have flaws, never claim to be perfect. Then there's a difference between, I'm not perfect. Okay, man, you're not perfect. What do you think some of your shortcomings are? Well, he got shortcomings too. All right, he's got shortcomings. But what do you think some of your shortcomings are? Well, what about you? Ain't you got some shortcomings? I'm certain I have some shortcomings, but we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you, Emanuel. What do you think some of your shortcomings are? I'm not the only one with shortcomings. You got shortcomings. Why don't we talk about your shortcomings? Well, we're working on you today, Emanuel. And so, you say you're not flawless. I never said I was flawless. All right, so what do you think some of your shortcomings are? They got shortcomings over there. What about them? Tell me, how is that helping me? Tell me, how is that helping me? I never said I was flawless. Then let's talk about some of your shortcomings. Well, let's talk about yours. I'm thinking that counselor would be like, okay, you're not ready for help. When you actually get ready for help, then I can help you. But until then, sorry, I forgot, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. We didn't walk and chew gum the other day when we just talked about men. Y'all always want to walk and chew gum when it comes time to talk about you. Okay, Mr. Livingston, you say that you're really here to work on you. I am here to work on me. You say you have flaws. I do. I know I have flaws. Well, what do you think some of your flaws are? They got flaws. Yeah, but we're talking about you. Right. I got flaws, but they got flaws too. That's really the argument that keep happening. What are the flaws, ladies? Y'all got them. What are they? I don't know what other day you're talking about. And it don't matter. It don't matter. You didn't even have to be here for the conversation. We're talking about women. We're not talking about men today. So stop bringing up, well, men got flaws too. We're not talking about them. Or at least we're not trying to. And that is actually one of the things that happen. That's one of the things that happens. What Nikki just posted, that is what you get. Again, put that into the same perspective. Okay, Mr. Livingston, you say that you want to work on your issues. You say that you have flaws. What are your flaws? Well, one of my flaws is dealing with people like you. Okay. Yeah, because you got issues. You got flaws. And now I got to deal with you. All right. So what are your other flaws? Let's talk about the fact that I got to deal with you. That's my flaw. Come on. That ain't really no flaw. That's a backhanded way of trying to flip it. And if I was B-Rab, I'd be like, you're right. You're right. I do got flaws. And it's a shame that I want to talk about your flaws. Come on, y'all. Oh, boy. Do you want my list of flaws alphabetically or chronologically? I just want them reasonably and logically. Whichever way you choose to list them. Because that's what y'all sound like in my head. That's what y'all sound like in my head. Again, when men didn't make excuses. When I talked about dads not being there and men needing to step up, men didn't make excuses. We didn't even pull out the old, well, women are the ones who decide who to have sex with. We didn't pull that out. We talked about men needing to step up. That's what we talked about. Nobody said, well, what about women? They the ones who, it didn't happen. So here's your homework, because I got to get out of here. Here's your homework. Women and men, I got homework for you too, but women first. Think about your flaws. You ain't got to share them with nobody. You ain't got to share them with nobody. Now, when I say your, I don't mean you, the individual you. I mean kind of the collective women. How we talk about men. Like if you talk about men not being there for their kids, you're not talking about me. I've always been there for my kids. But I acknowledge that there are a number of men, and you can look at it and say, it's a lot of men that are not there for their kids. And that's an issue. Women, think about the issues that you see on the women's side. Think about the issues that you see on the women's side. And about men, since y'all can't relate to it unless we're talking about that. Men, there are men, I know this is, and forgive me, men, but in order to get honesty, you got to give honesty. There's some men who cheat. I know. I don't know none, but I know they exist. There are some men who cheat. If you're talking about that, you're not talking about me. But if you ask me what is a flaw that men have, I would say maybe not being faithful in a relationship. Again, it's not me individually, but when you look at men as a whole, you can look at men and say, that might be an issue. They're not emotionally available sometimes. Again, that's not me. That would be talking about men in general. I'm not saying most, but you know that it's out there. Ladies, I want you to think about some of those flaws that women in general have. Some of those flaws that women in general have. How to identify them, and then how to work on them. So that the next time that we had this conversation, y'all not just like, well, what about men? Well, what about men? Men have issues too. It ain't just the women. And men, your homework. Let's help the ladies. Let's help as precisely as we can. Identify some issues that they're not willing to look at. Because, you know, we say bad attitude, which is a real thing. How are you defining it? Because if they've had that bad attitude and they saw their mama with that bad attitude and their grandmama had that bad attitude, they probably don't really think it's a bad attitude. How are you defining bad attitude? So that we can define it for them, and then they can begin to recognize it like, ooh, that's me. I do that. I say that. I act that way. But I thought that was good. I thought that made me strong. Like, no, bitch, that's just a bad attitude. That's not being strong. Now that's not true, Yo Underwood. Yo Underwood says we can't help these women if they 40 and over is dead. They ain't changing. I don't believe that to be true. I believe sometimes you just don't know because it's what you've been. And especially if you look good. If you look good, people will overlook your bad attitude. And then once you lose about that 40 or so, and you like some of that stuff that looked good at 25 don't look as good at 40. So now you can't figure it out. People don't tell you that you got a bad attitude because you got a big booty. People don't tell you you got a bad attitude because you got them, the twins up there looking good. But when the twins ain't up there looking good, they down here. And the booty ain't as round, it kind of hang down a little more. Then people like, you got a bad attitude. You're like, well, what? I had the same attitude my whole life. I ain't never had no problem getting men. Well, I'm just, look, y'all, it's true. And so, yes, we can help them. We can help them. But I think you got to be specific. They're not going to receive it right away because they still going to be talking about, what about men? Because, for a lot of people, I don't want to look at my issue. I want to look at the fact that I had to deal with your issue. So that's the homework. That's the homework. That's the homework. All right. I got to get ready to get out of here. I hear that little baby up there talking loud. Hold on. You still falling for it. You still falling for it. When she come home at 6 o'clock in the morning, bruh, just don't even complain about it. Because if she flip it on you, you're going to be all right with it. You're going to be all right with it. Well, what did you do to make me stay out till 6 o'clock in the morning? You right. I did. I had to do something. Now we need to deal with me, not the fact that you came home at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm the problem. If I wouldn't have been the way I was, then you would have came home at a reasonable time. You're going to fall for it. Y'all better snatch B-Rab up. I'm telling you. Y'all women, y'all better snatch B-Rab up. B-Rab says, we chose our wives. Women don't husbands. Women do. Women do choose their husbands. It's foolish for you to think that they don't. When he get down on one knee or, they talk about it and decide that they love each other and they want to get married, she can always say, no. She has a choice. So yes, men choose their wives. Women choose their husbands. You falling for all of the old school stuff. You falling for all. Y'all better snatch B-Rab up. If you want to run game on somebody, marry. You're looking for your king, get with B-Rab. He'll be there. He'll be your king. And when you don't come home till 6 o'clock in the morning, you can convince him that it's his fault and everything will be all right. You convince him he the problem because he the king, and a king wouldn't let his queen come in at 6 o'clock in the morning. Queen would just do it for the right king, so he need to work on himself to be the right king that a queen want to come home to. I'm telling you. Y'all better snatch B-Rab up. because he fall for all the tricks. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. B-Rab, what, you dating 4 women? Mary, don't you want to be part of a stable? Don't you want to be part of a stable? He got 4. You could be number 5, maybe number 6. You get who don't want a stable and who don't want to be a part of a stable? Women. P-Rab is saying everything y'all want to hear. He got too many. No, he only got 4. He only got 4. Oh, he not married. He just seeing 4 people. Come on, he a king. He's saying all the right stuff. Lewis says, I don't want a woman that does cocaine. Hell. I must have missed some comments somewhere along the road. All right. All right. I think that's a good place to end. I don't want no woman that does cocaine. Perfect place to end the show. I don't know where that came from, but I think a lot of the men can agree. We can rally around that comment. Ladies, as a general rule, men, we can say all in unison, I don't want a woman that does cocaine. That's all you really need to know. Oh. B-Rab says he is single, he is dating, and can I add, he don't want no woman that does cocaine. I think we can live with that. There you go. All right. Let me get ready to get out of here. It has been the afternoon experience. Lewis, that is my favorite one of the day. My favorite post of the day. And it's true. And it's true. I gotta get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, even though I didn't have nothing to talk about. Oh boy, it's been the afternoon experiment. Look, I hope that something amazing happens in your life today. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.